it's time. Murmuring Elemental and the Shudderwock. We've got our discounts, and we may as well go off here.
My jaws that bite, my claws that catch.
Actually, there's a slight problem here. Can you spot what the problem is? I forgot to play Yogg, and that was kind of the whole point of playing the Shudderwock, that I'd get Yogg's battlecry. So, really, this is all a bit of a waste of time now. Yeah, let's not look at this anymore. Let's move on and let's talk about the deck. Let's ignore my misplays. So, what am I playing, first of all? I'm playing CloudyHS's Shudder Yogg Shaman. 2 key cards in the deck, the Shudderwock and Yogg, and also Reno Jackson, very, very important. Now, Cloudy has written a guide on Hearthstone, and I'm just going to quote from the guide. So, the purpose of the deck is to get a ton of 1-mana Shudderwocks that cast Yogg's battlecry, with Reno in the battlecry pool to help you live and survive. Now, it's important to play Murmuring Elemental with Shudderwock, and you can get the Emperor discount on either of them to make sure it happens. And this ensures you get 1-mana copies of Shudderwock, due to the fact that you can only run 1 summon a copy minion due to the recent Chain Gang nerf. And you can supercharge Yogg by using Kragwa to get multiple copies of Unstable Evolution, and this can add lots and lots and lots of spells to the Yogg battlecry. Now, the question you're all going to be asking is it competitive? Can you rank up with this deck? Yes, you can. Is it tier 1? Possibly not, but then I don't have enough experience with this deck to be able to answer that question completely. Only Cloudy would be able to tell you that, because Cloudy has clearly played a lot of games with this deck. The deck, in my opinion, has a bit of a high skill cap. You have a lot of decisions to make. You've got to get to the end game of being able to play the Murmuring Elemental and the Shudderwock, and prior to that you have to have played Reno and Yogg, and therefore the decisions you make to get you there, it can be quite complex. Now, sometimes you just don't get there. You don't get a chance to play Reno because an even Shaman decides to smash you in the face with a giant and kill you. But sometimes you get to play against a deck that's perhaps a little bit slower. And when you go up against a deck that's a little bit slower, you have more time to do the things that you want to do. So, this is a big priest. And he's probably all confident, you know, he's looking at me and he's thinking, this Darkseeker fellow, he's not even Shaman. So he's probably thinking about, what am I? And he'll think Shudderwock. And he's probably not too scared. He's a big priest. He'll get his Barnes on turn 4. Oh, okay. No Barnes on 4. Fair enough. Anyway, we have 10 cards in hand. So I'm going to coin out Lotheb, because we don't want to overdraw. And I just don't think there was anything else that I could have played on that turn that would have been appropriate.
I will show you here.
Okay, so now I've got 9 cards in our hand. And I know I keep counting here, but it's so important just to keep track of how many cards you've got. You really want to avoid milling yourself.
Tonight, a tale of glorious redemption.
And that's so unfortunate. Our opponent is clearly the worst big priest player in the world. Why? Because his Shadow Essence gave him Barnes. His Shadow Essence doesn't listen to him. It's a bit like Ragnaros. When Ragnaros doesn't hit the target that you want it to hit. So, the correct play is to probably trade with Barnes. But look at me, being all greedy. Yeah, I decide I want a Lothar back to hand. And I decide that I'm going to do face damage rather than trade with Barnes. And then I decide that I'm going to start playing Unstable Evolution here. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. New cards. Another new card. Okay. Yeah, his Barnes is still alive on his side of the board. So it'll be interesting to see how he navigates this. It's turn 7. So you know what's coming, right? You know what's coming. A spell that costs 7 that every priest plays. Okay, not quite. Light Bomb. Okay, still does something good for him there. We were expecting Psychic Scream. So we play Lothar again. So the Lothar battlecry there will block out any big spell shenanigans, but that's a Lich King. Now, I have a Hex. I could deal with the Lich King, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to be super, super greedy here. So here's what I'm expecting him to do. I'm expecting him to trade the Lich King with the Doomsayer. I could have killed the Lich King. I had the damage on board. I could have traded, could have killed it. Didn't do that. Could have hexed it. Did not do that. Can you see what I'm waiting for here? There are 2 cards on the left hand side of my hand. I'm waiting. And my good friend there, the Ginger Ninja, he sees what's coming. I'm being super greedy here. And there's every chance that I get punished for being so greedy. See, I'm just waiting for 3 good targets. There are only there's only 1 target on the board at the moment. So we just heal up and we wait. There's no reason, I guess, at the moment to reveal Reno. Although we're going to have to play him at some point just to get the battlecry in the Shudderwock pool of battlecries. And there's 2 targets. So now a really good use of Dirty Rat, and we'll get 3 targets on the board. Hey, that's a good target. Zentimo. This is so awesome.
Well played.
So now there are 3 frogs on the board. Feels amazing.
Well played.
We've clearly impressed him.
Most impressive.
We have Maelstrom Portal to kill the frogs. Kind of feel sorry for them.
Tonight,
Oh, there's Barnes.
lost words.
I think that's the only minion in his pool at the moment. We're going to add a frog to the pool. Oh, he kills Zentimo. Oh. He's really going for my face here. We're at 13. Should we be scared is the question. I don't think I need to play Reno here. I mean, it's a big priest. He doesn't run Mind Blast, unless there's some new hybrid version of Big Priest that I don't know about. That's quite possible. But we're feeling relatively safe. And because we have Murmuring Elemental in hand, we're going to take advantage of the Emperor discount on what appears to be a relatively safe board. I mean, that Barnes is not killing the Emperor. Army of the Dead. Oh dear, this is really not working out for him. Oh dear, oh dear. So, do we feel sorry for the Big Priest yet? We can just Hagatha here. Why not? Right. We'll get Hagatha on board. So we can start getting those spells into our hand. And there's no need really for me to play Reno here, but we have to play it at some point to get the battlecry in the pool, so why not play it then? And we drew a spell as well. And yeah, the Ginger Ninja would be right. This is not going well for the Big Priest, but look, he's got Yashraj on board. And I'm obviously being so positive here. I still think that there is a possibility that I could lose to the Big Priest. And hey, it's a Big Priest, right? It could still happen somehow. I could still lose this game. It depends on how many other big threats, how many other big minions he's got left to play. We've used up Hex, so we do have to be somewhat cautious, I think. These aren't really the kinds of spells that I was hoping to get. I mean, double lava shock, what's that gonna do? Okay, so there's a threat that I wasn't able to hex. There's the Shudderwock. So, now we need to be thinking about Yogg. We haven't got the mana. The question is, can we deal with Obsidian Statue?
Lightning can strike twice.
That's not a spell that I wanted to see. I'm looking for hexes here. We're not finding them. So we can kill that. We're investing everything to kill it, but we've killed it. Which means he's going to try and resurrect it now. So unfortunate. Oh, that's more fortunate. Okay, so 2 Yashirajas and a frog. There's Kragwa.
Ride the lightning! Ride the lightning!
I guess let's go for Yogg. See what happens. That's really good. Oh my god. That's amazing. This Yogg is doing serious work here. And we mind control his Yashraj. Oh, and then we humble it. And then Yogg commits suicide. Well, that worked out. That really, really worked out for us. That's not a bad resurrection. 2 decent minions. So Unstable Evolution has been used up. I mean, Unstable Evolution and Doppelgangster is what you're looking for, I guess. As a combo. At this juncture, I'm not entirely sure what to do.
Ride the lightning!
So, I'm thinking about how I can clear as much of this board as possible. Or at the very least, clear the statue and then go wide on the board. I think that's the best I could do there. And we weren't killing Yasharaj, I guess. Okay, the doppelgangsters are still alive. Now, if only I was running the Shaman Death Knight, then we'd really get some value.
I taste fear.
So, what do we do here? We have a whole host of spells in our hand. So we can start with Excavated Evil and then follow up with Lightning Storm. I guess that gets the job done. This is where the decisions become really important, really crucial, and this is where I probably start to falter. Wow, that's Spellstone! Resurrecting 2 minions, and he gets the 2 best minions in the pool. Wow. So we play the big frog. So Excavated Evil and Lightning Storm, they're going to be useful again. At this point, it feels like things are dragging out a bit. And I haven't been counting with the Spellstones, but can we assume that that was the last Spellstone? Elemental Destruction's in our hand, but it doesn't do enough against Yasharaj.
I should meet you.
So this Yasharaj looks to be his last hope.
I'm almost out of cards.
Oh, here's Grumble.
Chill out.
Okay. And now his chances of recovery, I think, are pretty slim. Yeah. We didn't even get an opportunity there to play the Shudderwock. Okay, so CloudyHS's Shudderwock, Yogg, Shaman. Really, really fun deck to play. If you guys have got the cards, I strongly recommend you try and play it. If not on the ladder, then at least on casual. It's just so much fun. I mean, as you saw in that last game, we made a big priest concede. I mean, he could have been a good sport, right? And he could have allowed my Shudderwock to go off with the Yogg battlecry. That would have been quite the scene. But no, he realised that it was going to be over, and he didn't want to waste anyone's time, right? He wanted to concede and then go back to requeuing again and doing big priest things, but hopefully with better luck in his subsequent games. Yeah, like not getting Barnes off of Shadow Essence. But anyway, fun deck, high skill cap in my opinion, but an incredible, incredible amount of fun. So thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun playing these games. And I'll see you all again very soon for more Wild Mode fun.